Hello, welcome to my channel. I want to tell you a little bit about the way that I do the readings here. If you're new, this side is the partner's energy. This side is your energy. And then this is the energy of the relationship. When I'm saying partner in these readings, it does not have to be a committed relationship. It is just whoever you're thinking of when you come to this reading. These readings do apply to sun, moon, rising, whatever. Um, they do apply to the various types of aspects of your chart. Also, I want to say, for those that are single, my readings are good for helping you to see how you are relating to love itself, which is extremely important in attracting the love that you desire. Uh, so those are kind of the main things that you need to think about. Also consider where you are in the month when you're watching these readings as well. And don't forget, if the readings resonate with you, always go ahead and click the little thumbs up button and give a thumbs up when they resonate with you. And I'm not always able to, respond to all comments, but I want you to know that I appreciate all of the comments, all of the shares, likes, subscriptions, all of that. I'm right there with you, and I'm really, really grateful for all of your support. Thank you, guys. On with the reading. Hello, Leo. Welcome to your monthly love reading for the month of September. The overall energy for the month is share the love. The energy your partner has is feeling alone, challenging times, crown chakra. You have spread your wings, love, and moving on. Now there's something funny going on here. I'm seeing that there's some obvious like misperceptions that are occurring mentally, especially with your partner, because there's really love here, but it's like uh, most of the month it's like they're not able to see it. And there's just some mental, misperceptions, like not being able to see things clearly. That's kind of making things, look differently than what they actually are. And I'm seeing that in some ways with both of you. Um, yeah, okay. It's kind of like for most of you, what I'm seeing here is it's kind of starting off with you, Leo, where you're kind of in this energy of just wanting to spread your wings, just wanting to, walk your own path. It's like, in a way, there's a little bit like of a selfish energy, like you're thinking about yourself, which doesn't mean selfish, okay? Because we're supposed to think about ourselves, we're supposed to love ourselves, we're supposed to walk our own paths. But you're kind of having that energy where it's like there's still a little bit of a wall that I'm feeling towards the partner a little bit, or towards relationships. It's kind of like you're not wanting to focus there. Starting out, like you're kind of just focusing on your own light. You're kind of just looking at yourself and, reevaluating what it is that you want. You're kind of just in your own zone, in your own vibe. And that is causing the partner to feel alone. It's like they're feeling like there's two things that I'm getting. There's two types of energies here. It's like some partners are feeling like you're not reaching out to them. And then some are feeling alone because they're not reaching out to you. And those that are feeling alone because they're not reaching out to you, they're not realizing that they're only feeling alone because they're not following their truth. Meaning they're wanting to reach out, but then it's like they're waiting on permission to love. That's what I'm getting for a majority of these partners. It's like they're waiting on a permission to love, which you should never do. You're always going to feel lonely when you're waiting on permission to love. Because in relationships and love, it is always about honoring our truth. Your relationship is really not about the other person as much as it is about your relationship to you. So by them not honoring their truth and making the contact or reaching out in the way that they're wanting to, they're feeling like they're feeling alone because they're looking at you and saying, you're not giving me the permission to reach out. You're not giving me the permission to do what it is I want to do. And you never need permission to love. And so they're probably feeling that because you're kind of in this energy of focusing on your own path and kind of being in your own zone. You're looking at yourself. You're trying to figure out what you like, what you want, what's best for you. And you're kind of just thinking about yourself, giving yourself a little self-love, a little self-evaluation, reevaluating some things, just a lot of thinking as it pertains to yourself. And that could be what they're perceiving as them not having permission. That could be what they're perceiving as them not having permission. And then them not having permission is making them feel like they think they know that this is going to be challenging. They're feeling like they know that this is going to be like a hard barrier to break. Like, how will they ever get you to focus on them? And the problem is they feel like they know this, but they're not exactly, they don't know what they think they know. There's something they're still not seeing clearly, but they don't know that. So it's kind of like they're kind of on the defense. Like, I'm really getting that the partner is kind of, having their guard up and they're kind of on the defense. They're protecting themselves, things like that. And then as they're doing that, I'm getting that Leo is feeling like, they're feeling this hard barrier that this partner is putting up. They're feeling that wall there. And it's kind of like they feel like there's love there, but they feel like, well, how can I penetrate that wall? And so then they're feeling like going in another direction. So then Leo's feeling like going in another direction. Sorry about that. So it's like this month is kind of like the energies, this whole story that's kind of playing out is not what's true. It's not the reality. It's these perceptions that you're both having and the way that you're looking at the relationship that is like kind of smothering the love, like where the love is being hidden. Like it can't be seen, but it's there. It's actually there. And actually this month and the way things are playing out is kind of to bring you to a space of being able to embrace that love and share that love, recognize that love. And it's kind of like these things need to happen in order for you guys to be able to do that. I'm getting that, even though Leo, you're kind of spreading your wings because then you have this moving on energy, like you're looking over things in your past relationships and you're kind of making some decisions to do things differently. Like you're moving on from the past. A lot of you are just moving on from the past way you've done things in relationships. You want a new direction in love. And you're giving yourself some self-love to help cultivate that. You're spreading your wings, thinking about yourself and considering yourself in ways that you may not have considered yourself before. But then as they see this, it's like the partner towards the very end of the month, it's like they kind of start to see things a little bit better. And then it's like they start to feel like they know that there can be a new beginning here. Like they know that things can change. When before they were kind of having this more of a hopeless, like this is going to be so hard and I'm on my own here. They're somewhere else. They're not focusing on me. They're not trying. They're not, and it's like towards the very end of the month, it's like they really start to realize that there can be a new beginning here. And they're seeing, it's kind of like them watching you have some self-love and have some, seeing you kind of letting go of things from the past, letting go of patterns, like things that no longer serve you. It's like you're making yourself lighter. But them seeing that is kind of bringing them into a new awareness. It's what they needed to see, because it's kind of like it's making them see where they were wanting something from you that they needed to give to themselves. And that's what's bringing them in this energy of feeling like they know that there can be a new beginning. Because when I look at the energy of the relationship, crowning is simply love. They're contributing third eye chakra, and you're contributing just breathe. So when I'm looking at this, what I'm seeing is all of this is happening to bring about the pure, true love. And pure, true love is first love of self. We love others through loving ourselves. That's true love. That's when love is really going to be pure. And it's kind of like that's what's coming about. It's like this month is happening this way for both of you to kind of get in this space of loving yourselves first, letting go of things that no longer serve you, having to come to some realizations. So you're actually capable of sharing love with each other. Because when you're doing like what this partner is doing early on, it's kind of like, they're feeling they don't have permission to love. No, you love because you love. You love if that's what you feel. It's about your truth. It's not about what this other person is doing. And if they're deciding to kind of love themselves and give their love to themselves for a little bit, if you're in your truth and you're not, and you're giving yourself love, you don't need their love to feel love. Because you have that within you. So you're giving love from the abundance of love that you have within you. And it's like they're not doing that. They're not having the permission. You're not acting a certain way. And that's making them feel like this. They know this is going to be hard. They're in this limiting thought pattern that to them is real. And they kind of break out of that though eventually. And so in the energy of the relationship, it's like they're beginning to see by watching you that they need to go within themselves to see clearly. It's kind of like they're feeling like they need to do a little bit of what you were doing. And then you're contributing just breathe. And it's kind of like for you, within the energy of the relationship, it's like you taking a step back. It's helping you to free yourself from the limitations that you had in your mind, to embrace real love. Which is through the self first. Loving yourself so that you can love others. Understanding yourself so that you can understand others. Like you can only go as deep within a relationship as you've gone within yourself. You can't experience and feel love, even if it's there. You won't feel it if you haven't had it for yourself. If you don't have your love reserves filled by, within yourself, for yourself, nobody else will ever feel it for you. It'll never be enough. You'll never actually feel it. No matter what they do, you'll feel love. That's the way it works. So it's kind of like you have this nice space But it's not an unhealthy space where it's like you're trying to block it out. It's kind of like you're just trying to have a healthy space and balance. But it's helping you to free yourself from some of these mental limitations about what you thought wasn't possible. Because you weren't really as limited as you thought. And so it's like real love, kind of, it's like a more pure, authentic love is trying to form through the experiences that are occurring this month. So that you can actually share that love. Because you both have it, but then it's like it's not being shared with each other. You can't feel it from each other because of individual issues. And so I pulled a card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue, and we pulled playfulness. Yes. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Absolutely. It's like let go of the past. Let go. It's like get in the present moment. Nothing matters. The only thing that's real, Leo, is this moment, the present moment. And so what you want to do is deal with your partner. Think about the present moment of what you feel in your heart. Don't project yourself in the past or the future. That's what needs to happen with the two of you. You know, you need to be in the moment. How does it feel in this moment? Because this is what will happen. In the moment, you may feel an immense love for this person. If you just tap into your heart and you shut your mind off for a moment and you say, what do I really feel in this moment? In this moment, you may feel an intense love. But then what happens is instead of being in the moment and speaking and behaving and relating and connecting from that moment, you begin to think about something that happened in the past that puts a damper on what you're feeling in the moment. And that's because you're not in the moment anymore. You're in the past. You're projected yourself somewhere else, or you're projecting yourself into the future. You feel this immense love in the current moment, but then you think about, well, where is this going? Because then you want to evaluate, is it okay to feel this in this moment? You're now out of the present moment and you projected yourself somewhere in the future that does not exist. The past does not exist. The past is not real. It's over. It's done. It does not exist. It is not a real moment. You're only making it real by reliving it in your head because things change from moment to moment. Who a person was before is not who they are right now in this moment. And all that really matters is right now in this moment. And that's the only way you're going to get to this playfulness energy that you really need to be in order to share the love. Because that's the energy, like that's what this month is about and why things are happening the way that they're happening, so that the love can be shared instead of this individual feelings of love that can't be connected, that you can't connect with each other in the present moment, that you can't experience from one to the other and from the other to you. It's not being felt because it's not pure. It's being tainted by the past and the future. And that is what this month is about. That is the reason these challenges have occurred the way that they have and the energies have been the way that they have. Because it's time to get back to embracing the present moment and the playfulness of the present moment. Because in the present moment, none of this stuff, these thought patterns and these fears would exist. They're existing because you're somewhere in the past or the future, and both of you have been doing it. Okay? So that's your monthly reading for the month of September, Leo. I would recommend that you check out my new monthly Twin Flame Soulmate Divine Soul Connection reading that I'll be doing monthly for the feminine and masculine energies within those connections. I recommend them. I put them up once a month. They are $5. They're more than worth it. And you can get some understanding about where the universe is trying to lead these connections, these soul connections, the lessons that are meant to come out, things like that. So it really helps to get a deeper understanding of these connections if you are in a divine soul connection of any sort. I recommend checking that out. And I want to say thank you guys so much for all of your love, support, the likes, shares, comments, subscriptions. If you resonated with this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. There's a little thumbs up button that's near the description. Please do that for me. It supports the channel. So, I really would appreciate if you guys were able to do that if it resonated with you. If it did not, be sure to check out your moon and rising signs. And I recommend that you do that anyway. There's like a calculator you can look up on Google and figure out your moon and rising signs. Because if you do that, you are going to, these readings will kind of tell a story for you. Okay, it'll show you on deeper levels how you're relating in this relationship or this connection, on a mental level, emotional level, in the physical world. It's going to show you the three ways that you're relating. So you'll get a much deeper, broader picture of what's actually occurring here. So I highly recommend that you do that regardless, okay? Just for better understanding and clarity for yourselves. And once again, guys, I love that you guys comment on the videos. I'm not always able to respond to the comments. Don't take that as a reflection of my heart towards you. I absolutely adore you guys, and I'm very grateful for every way that you support me and you support the channel. So just know that. Don't take it as a reflection of my feelings towards you guys. Other than that, I will see you next month, Leo. You have a fabulous rest of the month of September. Bye-bye.